Hey guys, this is Isha.
Hi Amaya.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Yubang Show.
And don't forget,
Subscribe, like this video, share this video, leave us any comment, and turn the bell.
as always, guys, we're gonna do a reaction based on the videos that you guys have requested.
Yeah.
And we've seen videos see India in an amazing way.
Yeah.
We've seen videos to see India as a superpower.
Superpower.
We've seen videos India in entertainment kind of way, like movie trailers and stuff like that. But do you know what are the mysterious discoveries of India?
Mysterious discoveries.
So this video is requested by another one of our top viewers. It's called by 30 second creation. 30 sec, not second. 30 sec. So without any further ado, guys, let's just check it out.
Hi, it's Katrina. From mysterious secret societies to immortal beings hidden in the mountains, here are 10 bizarre discoveries from India.
Okay, we're ready.
This is interesting.
Number 10, Twin Town. The village of Kodini in India is pretty strange, not because of its landscape or temples, but because of the abnormal number of twins born there. Kodini only has around 2,000 families, but there are over 220 sets of twins that were born there. Many believe that there could be even more sets of twins in the village, bringing the total up to over 300. This is over 10% of the town. What is even more bizarre is that every year the number of twins born in the village increases. Scientists are completely baffled. Another fact that makes this village more unusual is that having twins in India is known to be rare. On average, 4 out of every 1,000 Indian births are twins. In Kodini, the number is 45 per 1,000 births. Doctors are unsure why there are so many sets of twins in Twin Town, but often wonder if it might be genetics or literally something in the water. Even women who have moved away from the village give birth to sets of twins. Scientist Dr. Sribiju is trying to get the support he needs to discover the secret of Kodini because of the immense scientific implications it would have. Number 9. 9 unknown men. While this may not sound like much, these 9 unknown men could have been equal or even more powerful than the Illuminati. The legend goes that this powerful secret society was founded by Emperor Ashoka of India in 273 BC after a battle that killed over 100,000 men. Ashoka was disturbed by the massacre and decided to integrate rebellious people into society instead of fighting more wars. Science and technology were always being used for evil in his mind, so he decided to appoint 9 men who would keep special books of knowledge a secret. These books were said to hold the secrets of anti-gravity and time travel. These men were to never let these secrets out because Emperor Ashoka believed most of the people in society could not handle this information and it would destroy everyone in the wrong hands. No one had ever heard of this society until 1923. There are always to be exactly 9 men in Ashoka's secret society. In order to conceal their communications, the 9 unknown men were said to speak in a made-up language which was incomprehensible to anyone but themselves. What makes this society even more strange is that not all the past members, or maybe even current members, are from India. Many people suspect that they are from all over the world. Among the suspected members of the 9 unknown is Pope Sylvester II and Vikram Sarabhai, the scientist who created India's budding space program. Number 8. The Curse of Kuldara. For over 500 years, the village of Kuldara was populated by about 1,500 residents. One night, around 200 years ago, they all disappeared. They did not die or get abducted, they just left the village. The reason for their sudden departure of the village is unclear, even to this day, but there are several suspecting reasons why. Some people believe they fled the taxation of an oppressive ruler, while others tell the story of young lovers and the girl's angry father who was a big shot in the village. The star-crossed lovers were doomed from the start and all kinds of bad things happened. What makes this tale more bizarre is that when they left a curse on the village. The curse is literally that no one can ever settle in the village again. Today, most of the houses are still in the same condition as when they were left. In fact, many people believe that the village of Kuldara is a true ghost town. Many people believe that those who died in the village now haunt the village.
Namaku Naruto Saifuddin.
Number 7. Ancient skeletons. In 2015, a group of Indian archaeologists unearthed a group of skeletons which dated back to the Indus Valley civilization. The ancient Harappan civilization dates to around 5,000 years ago and was first discovered at Mohenjo-Daro in what is now Pakistan in the 1920s. Archaeologists also believe that these skeletons could easily be close to 4,000 to 5,000 years old. The archaeologists found
maybe.
about 4 skeletons in total in what was believed to be a cemetery. The skeletons were thought to be that of a child, an adult female, and 2 adult males. Archaeologists began digging around the site about 2013 and hope that this discovery will help them understand the civilization and their way of life. Along with the skeletons, other items such as pottery and toys were found. The toys give clues to the spiritual life that the civilization believed in. Most of the toys were figurines of animals as well as of mythical creatures like unicorns. Number 6. Sanchi Stupa. The Sanchi Stupa is the oldest stone structure in India and was commissioned around the 3rd century BC. It was commissioned by Emperor Ashoka, remember the guy from the Secret Society? The structure was built so it could house the remains of great Buddhist leaders and relics. The remains of those houses were said to be divided into several different buildings, with the Sanchi Stupa to be one of them. It was the central location in Buddhist India for centuries, but eventually became abandoned. It was then rediscovered around 1881 by a British soldier. Its huge hemispherical dome has a height of 54 feet and consists of a central chamber where the relics of Lord Buddha are placed. The original stupa at Sanchi was probably a modest burial mound of mud and clay. This stupa was repaired and doubled in size around 150 BC. The dome was encased in masonry and a walking terrace was constructed 16 feet off the ground. The elaborate stone fence was added on ground level. Today you can view this spectacular stone structure from sunup to sundown. And now for number 5, but first, if you are new here, welcome and be sure to subscribe. Number 5, Skeleton Lake. In World War II, the British were patrolling the edge of a lake and came upon hundreds of skeletons. Can you imagine? Pretty spooky, right? This lake in Rupkund, India was full of human skeletons, about 200 of them. At first, these remains were thought to be the bodies of Japanese soldiers traveling through India who never made it. However, the remains were dated to be from around 850 AD. The cold climate around the Lake of Rupkund at 16,000 feet above sea level had preserved some of the hair, flesh, and leather clothes of the victims. It took about 70 years for scientists to completely solve the mystery of the skeletons. Now it has been revealed that the skeletons were probably those of pilgrims that were traveling through India. One group came from a large family, and the other group was of shorter local people. But what happened to them? Theories ranged from a landslide to mass murder to a group suicide. Now, scientists think they know what happened. Most of the skulls are full of cracks, leading scientists to believe that a freak hailstorm killed everyone. You can still go and see some of the remains in what is now known simply as Skeleton Lake. Every year, once the snow melts, you can see remains sticking out of the water.
Everything you see in here
Kaget gue asik.
Annabelle comes
has been
home.
used in some kind of ritualistic practice.
Yes, we should react to this.
Mau yang itu. Ya udah,
Number
habis
4,
terakhir lah.
purple
Oke.
frogs. A new species of frog was discovered in India in 2003. The frog has shiny purple skin and an upturned nose. Later, in 2014, another species of purple frog was discovered. This frog has found a way to live underground almost permanently and is highly adapted to its environment. It even eats underground, using a long tongue to collect ants and termites. However, they do come to the surface to mate. Scientists followed the frogs based on their mating calls and were finally able to track them down. The tadpoles have a sucker-like mouth that helps them cling to the rocks near waterfalls. Also known as Bhupathi's purple frog, it was named after esteemed herpetologist Dr. Bhupathi Subramaniam, who died after he fell off a cliff while checking on a research project. According to National Geographic, 42% of frog species are threatened with extinction, and we still don't even know how many frog species there are. Number 3. The immortal beings of the Himalayas. The Himalayas, like other mountain ranges, are rumored to have mysterious beings hidden in the valleys. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce this right, but just bear with me. The legend of Gyanganj is an ancient Indian and Tibetan story that says there is a kingdom of immortal beings hidden from the world in the Himalayas, but that they come out to help when needed. The home for immortals, also known as Shangri-La or Shambhala, is camouflaged or exists on another plane of reality, which is why it has never been discovered by satellites. Intellectuals and artists often go to Gyanganj for spiritual guidance. For centuries, people have tried to locate Shambhala, and Heinrich Himmler even sent a German Nazi expedition to look for it. People who claim to have seen the immortals describe them as weak and feeble-looking people who have harnessed enormous energy and knowledge that is far beyond the conceivable limits of an ordinary man. The Dalai Lama has said that unless you have the merit and karmic association, you can never arrive there. Number 2. Lothal. In the ancient world of India, during the time of the Indus Valley Civilization, so a long, long time ago, Lothal was a port city and a major trade hub. Dating back 4,400 years, the name of the city literally means the city of the dead. It was completely forgotten, only to be rediscovered in the 1950s. The city had one of the oldest docks in history and was the greatest work of ancient maritime architecture. The dock had an area of 121 feet from east to west and nearly 72 feet from north to south. The city was also surrounded by a brick wall, which many believe was used for flood protection. The city was extremely ahead of its time and had a complex plumbing and drainage system. Many of the city's buildings remain intact after 4,000 years. While there is still no sure reason for the decline of the city, archaeological evidence gathered by the Archaeological Survey of India appears to point to natural catastrophes, mainly floods and storms, as the source of Lothal's downfall. The worst consequence was the shift in the course of the river, which cut off access to the ships and dock. Today, due to the lack of funds, the city is slowly disintegrating.
Berapa ekor ini?
Itu tadi.
Nah.
Number 1. The magnetic hill of Ladakh. Not too far from the Himalayas, there's a very strange hill that is said to be magnetic. The way the slopes and the area is laid out creates a hill that is not really a hill. If you park your car on the road that leads to the top of the hill and leave it in neutral, it will roll up the steep road by its own accord, moving at speeds around 12 miles per hour. It is believed that there is a magnetic force that is so strong it can pull cars uphill. Even airplanes will raise their altitude when flying over this area to avoid any magnetic interference. Villagers claimed there was a highway that used to go straight to heaven, and now the area is controlled by supernatural forces. There are several gravity hills around the world. The scientific truth behind the Ladakh Hill is just an optical illusion, which is when you either see things differently than how they really are, or it's not there at all. Therefore, many believe that what people really see and feel is due to the horizon. The mountains, road, and hill are aligned in a very specific way that makes the area seem a steep uphill terrain, but the road actually goes slightly downhill. Therefore, when the car is left in neutral, it will appear to roll uphill. Thanks for watching.
That was definitely very
Bizarre.
That was definitely very eye-opening. But out of the 10, which kind of attract you the most?
Of course, the 9 unknown men. I think the idea of a secret syndicate holding a secret, what is it? I don't know, like a secret of,
information.
It's kind of intrigued me the most.
It's kind of like when you talk about that, it's like how the Illuminati, they have the bone and Tux society, or the Smith, what's it called? Mason, Freemason society. So it might be. They say that a few people in the world, whatever society it is, they have the key to the future, of the world. So
information.
I don't know. We've heard so many stories about it, but the one that kind of intrigues me the most are the twin cities.
Yeah, the twin cities.
Because you see a lot of the discoveries.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like scientifically. There's an explanation for that. Twins. There's no explanation for that. I thought that was very interesting.
How come 45 out of 1,000 people live there is
are twins? So it's very interesting because like there's a lot of mysteries in the world that we have yet to explain.
Yeah.
And the world itself is very old actually, and there's still so many things. For example, like the ancient bones. There was like 4,000, 5,000 years old.
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting also actually, because like it's very easy how humans forget. For example, like how can we remember something that happens in the 1800s? Not many people knows, because we have only seen them through books, and a lot of them that lived through that time has already passed away.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting of how legacies are being carried out from generation to generation.
Yeah.
For example, like people like the Wright brothers, like the
Wright brothers, the one
airplane, the one who discovered airplane. For example, if we were to pass away today, all of us, I don't think a lot of people remember who we are.
Yeah, except
1,000, 2,000 years from now.
Except when they're not taught in elementary school.
Can you imagine like 4,000 to 5,000 years from now, they found this video of us reacting, and it might become a discovery.
And then
You
they
never
were-
know.
And then their reaction just like us. Oh.
Yeah, you never know. They never know. You know, because we've seen a lot of sci-fi movie that kind of like talks about that actually. So anyway, thanks to 30-second creation for that very eye-opening video.
This interesting video.
We'll see you guys again.
Thank you for watching. See ya. Itu tiger kenapa?